What's up, YouTube? I'm back. It's been a long time. I'm a bit of a sweaty mess right now. Just got back from the gym, but got to work on them gains. So, to be honest, I kind of forgot I even had this channel. I kind of had the surgeries, recovered, and got on with life, but quite a lot has happened since then. And I randomly logged into the channel a few days ago and saw that there was quite a lot of comments that I hadn't replied to. So I'm just going to give a quick update. I say quick, I'll do it as quick as I can, just for those who are interested. So no, I haven't died. Yeah, and I'm all healthy, all good. Basically, I still YouTube a lot, like I make content, but it's on another channel called Cruiser Bra UK. I'll go through that at the end, but it's all about car mechanics, motorbikes, man stuff really. But yeah, I was watching my older videos and gone are the days of 480p. It's crazy how much younger I looked and how less confident I was on camera. I'm still not like a pro YouTuber, and I probably never will be. Just kind of do it for fun. So I'm never going to be having like super cool intros and all this kind of stuff. And I don't follow a script. For this video, I've done a few bullet points to talk through, so I'll go through that now. So first one, state of my eyes now. So I had a sight test done to me in May this year. There have been prescription changes. My left eye is, what was it? I think it's something like a minus 0.25 with a minus 0.75 SIL. And my right eye is plano with a minus 0.50 SIL. So my right eye is definitely superior to the left. With both eyes together, I can easily see the UK driving standard without correction, without glasses on. So I can see 6.8 bino, which is the equivalent of 2030 in US log Snelling, if I remember right. Roughly around that anyway. Individually, my left eye I'm seeing about 6.10 to 6.12. 6.12 is the UK driving standard. I can't remember what that is in US Snelling, but you can find a conversion table online easily. And the right eye is 6.8, which, like as I just said, is 2030 in US Snelling. So I'm very happy with that. I can see just fine without glasses or anything. If I wear glasses, I do have some glasses, but I never wear them. I'm just kind of, once you get out of the habit, you kind of stay out of that habit. But I do have prescription glasses and sunglasses, which correct that small prescription I've got now. And if I wear them, I can see 20/20, which is 6.6 UK equivalent, which is extremely sharp vision for me. Some people can see even better than that, but I've never been able to and probably never will. But I guess wearing the glasses is a bit like watching a YouTube video on like a laptop screen. It's like going from 720p to 1080p. It's not a big difference. So I guess that's why I don't wear them. So my eyes are all healthy, all good. You have to bear in mind that the retinas are still very stretched and thin, so my eyes are still myopic in a pathological sense, even though not in like a prescription sense, if that makes sense. As a result, my low light vision is quite bad. That's not due to the surgery, that's purely just due to having highly myopic retinas. And I have to be mindful of that, so I'll never be bungee jumping, I'm never going to be boxing, playing rugby, stuff like that. Any kind of activity where there's a high risk of blunt force trauma to the head or the eye, it's just not worth it, because I'm at a much higher chance of retinal tears or detachments. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind if you're a high myope. I'd definitely avoid doing stuff like that. I'd even avoid riding roller coasters if you can, because those high G-forces, your head's getting knocked around. I personally don't think it's worth it, but you do you. Other stuff I wanted to go through, halos. So yeah, I mentioned this in my older videos. I naturally have quite big pupils, so in low light conditions I do get halos, which further makes my low light vision poorer than average. And I was prescribed by my surgeon brimonidine tartrate 0.2%, which let's see if you can see this stuff. I mean, as long as you know the name, that's all you really need to know. Sorry, the camera's not great, but yeah, brimonidine tartrate 0.2%. This is actually a glaucoma drop, but what it does is it constricts your pupils. One drop will constrict mine for 4 to 5 hours. I only tend to use these in the winter months, because in the UK in winter, when I come out of work at like 5, half 5, it's pitch black. So these really help when I'm driving at night. So yeah, I do still use them as and when required, and I have done for years now, and everything's been fine. It's a bit like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because these will lower your IOPs, and as a high myope, I'm at a high risk of developing glaucoma. Thankfully it doesn't run in my family, but still, you know, it's not going to hurt to use them. The only negative with these is they can make your eyes dry. I've always been quite prone to meibomian gland dysfunction and blepharitis. I don't think the surgery's made that more frequent, but I do still get it, particularly in the summer months, and when in an air-conditioned environment. So I do use this stuff, Hycosan Intense, which is a very, very good lubricating eye drop. I'll try and leave a link in the description for these. I don't know if you can get them in America, but you can easily get them in the UK. And it might be an Amazon affiliate link, so if you buy through that, I'll get a small cut, which helps me out. You don't have to, obviously. They're preservative free, so they're not going to exacerbate any pre-existing eye allergies. But yeah, I do get eye allergies, hay fever essentially. So I do use hay fever relief drops as and when. So sodium cromogligate. Again, you're not really going to see these, but the particular brand is called Murine. You can get them in any pharmacy, Boots, Superdrug, stuff like that. It's over the counter, you don't need a prescription. So yeah, I do get the odd bit of bleph, MGD, dry eye, itchy eyes, but I've always had that. It's not been due to laser or the ICLs. So yeah, my eyes are otherwise healthy. Vision's very good still. It's pretty much stabilized now, I think. I don't see it getting much worse, but if it does, I can always start wearing glasses in a low prescription or get some touch-up laser later down the road. No signs of cataracts whatsoever. I know that is a risk factor for ICL implants, but I am only 33, so I wouldn't really expect to have cataracts anyway. Should I ever get them, I'll go straight back to my surgeon, Mr. Bruce Allen at Moorfields, and what he would do is remove the ICLs, remove the natural crystalline lens, and implant a intraocular lens, correcting my power, like correcting the equivalent power of the ICL, which was about -18 if I remember right. So cross that bridge when I come to it, but touch wood, I won't get cataracts for a long time. You've got to protect your eyes against UV exposure. That's what makes cataracts develop, as well as other things like diabetes, smoking, drinking a lot, that kind of stuff, as well as a family history. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. So a lot has changed since my last video. I actually went to university and did my pre-reg period after that. to become a fully qualified optometrist here in the UK, and I now am one. So I feel much more qualified to give my opinion and give my advice on some of the comments and questions I've had in my previous videos. It was a lot of hard work, but it paid off. Being an optom is great. It's quite a chill job. The pay is extremely good, and it's not very difficult, really. I mean, to qualify, it's very difficult, but once you're qualified, it's quite a chill job. So I'm set for life, really, which is a big win. So yeah, that's basically what's happened since my last videos. So yeah, what else was I going to talk about? So yeah, I will say again, so my surgeon was Mr. Bruce Allen at Moorfields in London. And Bruce, if you ever see this video, I hope you pay me, because I've sent so many people to you for surgery. So I've given Bruce a lot of business by word of mouth. You'll probably never see this, but extremely good surgeon, very caring, very empathetic, and very professional. I hope he never retires, but I'm sure he probably does plan to some point sooner rather than later, but I don't know. I'd fully recommend him if you're in the UK. Hell, even if you're not, I'd recommend flying to the UK to get the surgery done with him. It's that good. As part of my surgery, I was given 2 years of free aftercare. Luckily, I don't think I ever really used it. I might have had one appointment not too long after my laser, but I can't remember why. But I never really needed to use that aftercare, but it's nice that it was there. So yeah, that's that. Future of the channel. I'm not going to be posting on this channel much anymore, because I've kind of answered everything, I've explained everything. It's kind of been done to death. I don't really know what else to talk about. I guess I could talk about life as an optometrist if people care, but yeah, I don't know. I guess if I get enough questions in the comments and stuff, I might do a video addressing them, but I'm not sure. So yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I guess I'll wrap up with yeah, so I do have another channel called Cruiser Bra UK. I'll leave that in the description. So if you care about me as an individual and what I get up to, that's where I'm most active. If you enjoy my content, there's also a little buy me a coffee thing where you can support the channel further. But obviously you're not obliged to, but it does help me out a little bit for making this content. And as I said, I'll try and find links for the Hikasan drops, probably Amazon, so there'll be affiliate links. So if you click that link and buy some, I'll get a very small cut, which again helps out. But yeah, I'm not a beggar. Like it doesn't really matter either way. But if you enjoy the content, it does help out a little bit. So yeah, I guess I'll just finish with, like, would I do it all over again? Absolutely 100% yes. If you're on the fence, I'd fully recommend it, as long as you found a competent surgeon and as long as your eyes are suitable. Not everyone's are. It all comes down to, is your myopia stable? How thick are your corneas for the laser, if you need laser afterwards? How deep is your anterior chamber, so the ICL can fit in the eye? I remember back in the day when I made my first video, the Visian Toric ICL wasn't approved by the FDA, so Americans would have to go to, I think Canada, it might have been approved at the time, or Europe. So yeah, back then you couldn't get the toric version of the ICL at the time, 2018. I've not checked recently. so I don't know if the FDA has approved the toric version yet. I feel like they should. It's been 6 years, but maybe you can tell me that. I had the Visian Star Evo, I believe it's called. Sounds like a car. Yeah, Visian Toric Evo. Yeah, I think that was all it was called. I'd have to find my receipt for the surgery, but that's probably long gone. So yeah, I'd fully recommend it. There are some minor side effects depending on your pupil size. As I said, mainly the halos, and that's it really. I don't want to go over it all again because I've already been through that loads. So yeah, life is good. I'm healthy. I know I look older because I am older, but yeah, it's all good. So if you live in the UK, particularly kind of in the Midlands sort of area, maybe I'll be testing your eyes one day. Now I'm fully qualified. That would be quite cool actually. So yeah, if you ever do recognise me, make sure you say hi. And yeah, it'll be cool to meet a viewer, especially one that feels like I've helped them out. That would be nice. That's what it's all about really as an optom. That's why I got into it, because it's just to, obviously you get into anything for the pay typically, but the main driving force was to help people like me with complex prescriptions. I can just do my bit to help them see better and just have a much better quality of life. I feel like this surgery should be on the NHS, but it's not because it's considered cosmetic. Really, I think myopia is highly underappreciated in the eyes of the NHS, so you don't really get much help through the NHS if you have high myopia. So, but that's another story anyway. So yeah, you can find me on Cruiserbriar UK. That's where I'm at most of the time. And yeah, that's it. So peace out. God, that was cringe.